What's up, guys? It's your girl Tanika Nikki, and I was doing a little browsing online and came across this article that has me really scratching my head. A lot of us have been waiting on the results of the second autopsy to be released from, I guess, the mother or her attorneys, or even from the Rosemont Police Department, because we know they are shady and will release just about anything, whether the family and the attorneys agree with it or not. But basically, we hadn't seen anything, and I came across this article and it has me scratching my head. And let me tell you guys why. It's attached to, well, what I want to show you guys is attached to the motion that Teresa Martin had filed to have the Crown Plaza hold on to that footage of Kenneka Jenkins in that kitchen area, or, the areas that she had been last seen. And I'm just going to go ahead and read it to you guys so you can scratch your heads with me, because I just don't know. I know a lot of my subscribers do not like when I just post the words or the articles without reading it out. I know I got my subscribers spoiled, or maybe they just would rather you just go ahead and tell them what it is instead of making them read. However it goes, I really don't mind. I just appreciate you guys tuning in. So here we go. Attached to a motion that lawyers for Jenkins' mother filed Friday were details from an undated private post-mortem examination. Again, it says private post-mortem examination, meaning that this is the private autopsy that Miss Martin and her lawyer squad had done. The motion itself was filed to have the Crown Plaza in Rosemont, Illinois, preserve surveillance footage of Jenkins in the hotel as she made her way to a kitchen area where the freezer was. Police announced 2 weeks ago that no footage exists showing Jenkins walking into the freezer on September 9th, basically. So, now when I scroll down, this is supposedly, allegedly, the document. And it's in real small writing, so you know I'm going to read this one as well. And basically, this is the part that has me really scratching my head, because based on what we've seen in Kenneka Jenkins' body from photo evidence and so forth, we know that there was some damage to the body. We know that there were markings and abrasions and what looked to be injuries that could have come from an attack of some kind. So let me read to you guys what it says, and we'll just go from there. At the very top it says, the private investigation of the circumstances surrounding Kenneka Jenkins' death have revealed the following. Preliminary results of the private postmortem examination reveals the following. Kenneka Jenkins' internal organs were present and intact at the time of postmortem examination. Kenneka Jenkins' private postmortem examination did not reveal any evidence of physical injury or bruising consistent with a physical attack. For one, we just know that that's bullshit. But anyway, including no evidence of head trauma, no evidence of neck trauma, no physical evidence of arm trauma, no evidence of trauma to the back, no evidence of facial bruising, no physical evidence of choking or strangulation about the neck. Kenneka Jenkins' private postmortem examination did not reveal any evidence of vaginal, labial, or anal lacerations, abrasions, or contusions that could, that would be expected to be seen if a sexual assault occurred. Now, that's what this particular part of the document says. As you look at this document, it starts with the number 16. I don't know if it's because the rest of the particular document did not contain this particular portion, which is the post-mortem examination, but I want to look for that document, and I'll let you guys know the outcome of me, finding it and what it said. So, basically, it's saying almost the same thing as the first examination. My thing is, based on what we saw ourselves, there's evidence of injury. For one, we saw that baby's foot looking like it was slammed in the door or stepped on, kicked. It was damaged there. She was bleeding from her ankle area, the side of her foot area. Her toe looked like it was jacked up. I'm just saying. We saw blood droplets all across that crime scene floor. We saw that baby's nose looking as if it was mush, push, broke, something. We saw that baby's lip busted. Ain't no way in hell that this could be the actual results of the post-mortem examination and not reveal those things that we know we saw. I know from the initial autopsy report that it said she had abrasion on her scalp. There was abrasion on her, or some kind of bruise or injury on her leg area, and also her foot area. I don't know, guys. I know the pictures we saw show she had bruising on her breast some kind of way. If you all remember that photo that I originally posted with the bruising under her breast, the left and right, looking like either some good wounds or bruising or bites or something. It looked like damage, basically, is what was revealed in that photo. And we all know that picture that's going around showing the blood on her ankle and so forth. I just don't know what's going on. I really don't. But maybe this is the reason why Teresa Martin hadn't, I guess, come forth with the results of the second autopsy, because so many of us are invested in the fact that we believe something happened to her. And to release this would kind of, I don't know, it would kind of, I don't know, maybe it would cause more questions, or maybe it would cause an upset. I don't know. For whatever the reason is that these results have not been made public, I guess we can't do nothing but, I guess, respect the privacy of the family. But this is what I found. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that this is the actual second autopsy's findings? And if you do believe that these are the actual second autopsy findings, do you believe? I'm just saying, do you believe? Do you believe these words? Do you believe that there's nothing to be found on Kenneka Jenkins' body, or there was nothing to be found? I know I don't, but that's just me. You know, as a mother of a young girl, my daughter's 20, by the way, just turned 20. As a mother of a child around the same age as Kenneka Jenkins, if that was my daughter that I was looking at in that condition, with those bruisings, those markings, let's not forget that big old bruise on her hip, that big bruise on her hip, like she had been stumped or kicked or something. Something happened, or slammed, something happened. Bruises like that don't come out of no place. And if it was my daughter, this wouldn't settle with me. This wouldn't sit well with me. Guys, this is what I think. I believe that cover-up didn't just stop with the doctored surveillance footage. The cover-up didn't just stop with, I guess, the release of all the documents that were released in this case. Mind you, no other case has released so much information. No other case. So what was the purpose of them releasing so much? It's because they wanted to spoon feed us the information they wanted us to have. They wanted to make sure that they guided the way we thought about this case. But many of us have bucked against all that was released, basically. We've bucked against all of that and still believe that there's a cover-up. There's a cover-up. And if you have the loan money to basically buy autopsy reports, as we feel that first set of autopsy results were, or to pay for surveillance footage to be doctored. You have that kind of money. You have the kind of money that stopped the Rosemont Police Department from authentically investigating Kenneka Jenkins' case. We already know that they did not really investigate that baby's case, period. We know that. So if you got that kind of loan money, you have the kind of money that can keep going even after a case is closed. You still have, you have to look at it from a cover-up perspective. Now, if you have invested so much in making sure that something is covered up, you purchased the first set of autopsy results. What makes us think that whoever this private autopsy person or people, whoever these people are, what makes us think that they weren't bought as well? We know what we saw in those photos. We know what we saw. We know the damage that was apparent. We know the condition of Kenneka's body. These autopsy results do not depict what we saw. Is it because that they were bought the same way that the first set of autopsy results were bought? I think so. I think that the cover-up didn't just stop with bought autopsy results and surveillance footage and doctored police reports, etc. I believe that maybe Teresa's team had been bought. Make sure she settles, make sure she takes X, Y, and Z amount. Make sure that she stops fanning the flames for the public to continue to be up in arms about it. I'm just saying, you never know. You never know. When it comes down to lawyers, they're basically about a check. When they done with you, they move on to the next check. I'm just saying. I believe that, shit just been, I just don't believe these results, plain and simple. I don't believe Teresa Martin's team has her best interests at heart based on her taking whatever the settlement amounts were. Because if in your heart of hearts, as a mother, that you believe that somebody done something to your child and you just know, and everything that you seeing is backing up what you feel in your heart of hearts, it's nothing nobody can tell me to sway me differently. But if if I'm distraught and going through whatever, and I don't have any knowledge of the judicial system, I'm gonna believe what my team tells me. Why shouldn't I? They lawyers. They specialize in the judicial. Lord, they specialize in the judicial system. Meaning, I would lean to them to tell me what's the proper way to do it. What's the proper way to get the best results for my daughter? And I don't think settling was the proper thing to do. I think she should have fought to the end. I think she shouldn't have shut down protests. I think she should have went with her gut. I'm just saying. Well, I'm just bringing you guys what I found the way I found it. And you guys tell me what you believe. Do you guys believe these results? Did you guys believe those first set of results? Drop a comment. Let me know how you feeling. And when I find this original document, of course, I'm going to post it and, keep you guys in the loop.